I actually thought I already did this one. So, sometimes I don't I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to produce this shit. I just want to talk. So yeah, I'm not trying to be super fancy or anything again. I mean, maybe someday if it comes naturally and I can get the setup, I'll do it. But that's not the focus here. That's not the focus. And so this really goes along with the other vlog that I just posted with regards to American Orthodoxy, which is the fractured schizoid states of America. There are too many different types of cultures in this country. It is number one insane to think that you can have 350 million people living under the same roof and it's all the same culture. That's insane beyond belief. And well, not unless of course you want us to be like ants, with every one of us having our genetic makeup decoded in order to identify the best way for us to function as human animals and to dutifully perform those functions until the day we wither away, or something to that effect. And so there's a lot of different cultures, and that's the what we see happening with each state. Right now, we have Florida, which is a nothing less than a fascist Christian police state. Uh, Texas is not far from being that as well, as far as I know. Um, we have this problem where too many of our black brothers and sisters and other minorities still have adopted um, the cultural religion of the white man, which really doesn't make a lot of sense, and the animistic types of religions that many of the individuals from Africa uh, celebrated or observed. Those and often make a lot more sense than this uh, monotheistic, patriarchal, anthropomorphic deity that is uh, unusually erratic in its behavior and given too much credit for things that it hasn't, that where there is no evidence to support that credit be given there at all. So these are very, very, schizoid. A lot of the times what schizoid is where people just want to retreat to their own holes. They don't want to engage with different individuals at all. And this is a sign of a unhealthy culture, because we are supposed to be social animals. Now, there's a lot of things that play into this. There's economics, there's economic control, there's the economic autonomy, there's power control, there's the politics, there's the local power dynamics, there's the family dynamics, there's the family wealth. There's so many things that play into what our manifested reality is that trying to interpret it or trying to go to the root cause is just a waste of time. At the end of the day, we have to pull back and look at it for what it is, trying to see this incredibly ignorant fight. You know, the fact that Donald Trump is still out there making threats, that's indicative, right? I mean, my worldview collapsed when Donald Trump became president. If your worldview has not collapsed yet, then I don't know what it's going to take. Because to think that there's actual, to get frustrated and worked up over this justice that just doesn't seem to materialize, it means that we're spinning our wheels in the wrong place, because there's something else that's going on if that is the case. It's really sad when people say that they hate people. Very, very sad. It's unfortunate. It's not their fault. It's our fault. If something is bad, I mean, we have to accept the responsibility, and then we have to try to understand, the reason for it. But the reason for it is that alienation. People are doing shit that they don't want to do. People are lying to them right and left. Even their own parents are lying to them right and left. They're getting abused by their family. It's a very dysfunctional, toxic environment, and a lot of it comes because of the personal greed. It's like how much a person wants, how much and it's not just like wealth and luxury, but it's also like emotional greed and physical greed. As far as, like, say, the size of a house, the size of a car, the size of a tire, the size of a beard, the size of my voice, the size of my hair. There's just all this fucking toxic materialistic aggression for no good reason, really, for no good reason. And schizoid is when we sort of, like, try to remove ourselves, and we're skittish and we don't want to deal with anything. And of course, if we think that society's after us, you know and we have access to a gun, it shouldn't come to anybody as surprise that people are going to fucking grab a gun and go out and shoot, you know randomly, whoever the fuck they feel like it. I mean, we need to get over the fact that there's no surprise here. This is a natural consequence of who we are, and the things that we do, and the things that we hold dear and that we value, like, nonsensical consumer traditions like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and Good Friday and Fourth of July, and all of the bullshit. It's all bullshit. But bullshit doesn't want to know it's bullshit, because I mean, nobody wants to say that, because I mean, nobody wants to lose what they have, as little as it may be, as insignificant as it may be. It's significant to the person that has it. As long as you have that apartment that you can go to, you have your car that you can drive around, you have a nice smart TV and a good sound system and a comfy bed and a clean bathroom, life is beautiful. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? You don't have to have the most income in the world, just as long as everything sets in place. And then we can, drink and forget about things and have animals and pets and just not a worry in the world. And that's what the system wants you to how to live, but it is at other people's expense. And an ounce of luxury is a pound of death. Our beds are made with the pulverized bones of the exploited. Some people are perfectly good with that, and some people aren't. But just the number of people that aren't, and the things that the number of people that aren't are willing to do in order to try to, get close to evening the playing field. Um, I don't see it happening. Yeah, so a lot of schisms, and I definitely, I don't feel comfortable being in Florida at all. I definitely don't feel comfortable in my voting district. I don't like these people. I don't like them, and I'm sure they don't like me, and I'm fine with that. I certainly don't give a fuck. I don't want to go out and kill them or do anything nasty to them like they want to do to other people. I just don't like them. There's people I don't want to hang around with. Kind of, ugh, yuck. All right. Well, since I didn't really originally intend to do this way, and now that I just did it, it really is just sort of piggybacking on the previous ideas. that culturally this is very confused. There's a lot of different types of cultures. Education sucks, by the way. Here, I did experience high school education for 1 year, and it was horrible. And I begged to go back to Peru. I just couldn't stand it. And this was back in 1974, 1975. It's complete nonsense. It's all centered around production. It has no humanistic values or humane values in any way whatsoever. And so we shouldn't be surprised, that we are where we are. I mean, that's not the nature of the culture. The nature of the culture is aggression. The nature of the culture is consumption. The nature of the culture is ignorance can get you further than hard work can get you further than studying, uh, type of thing. And so it's okay to, stick your head in the sand you know, and pull the plow forward. There's no problem with that. And it's okay to, accept, you know, authority blindly and not to challenge it or question it, like the Bible, you know, the Bible being fucking word of God. Give me a fucking break. That is the biggest crock of shit that I've ever heard. I mean, it is the word of alpha males, throughout the ages. Different people that seen different things that have experienced very similar things to the things that we experience, without the technology. But at the end of without the technology, we're still people. We experience things. We have, relationships with people, and we like people. We don't like people for the things they think, for the things they don't, think, for the things they do, for the things that they don't do. You know, fat stupid America is not my, is not my ideal roommate. Fat, stupid, aggressive America is not my ideal roommate. Fat, stupid, aggressive, narrow-minded is not my idea of America. You know, fat, stupid, superstitious, narrow-minded, and aggressive is not my idea of America. And these are all things that America is right now. And it's sad, sad. It could be so much more, but people don't want to be more. They want to be less. They want to be the worst that they can be. They don't want to be the best that they can be. There's only a few that want to do that. They just want to be the worst that they can be. So I'll go ahead and end the stream now. You have a good one. Take care.